Hello, friends. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a live stream, reading a few positive affirmations and just playing around with StreamYard. Because why not? Unfortunately, the lights are not in the right direction. That's perfect. And I have found that sometimes the things we ask for, we already have. Um, all these affirmations, you want to bring yourself into a positive mindset. You want to have yourself in the right frame of mind. And we ask for things from God, from our higher self, from spirits. And we're sad that they don't come to us. And oftentimes, those things that we ask for, it's not the right time for them. Or worse, we already have them and we don't even know. Um, one of the things that I've had people come to me and ask and say, well, how do I get more the right people into my life? More of the right higher minds, more of the right positive people, uh, better people into my life. And one of them is sometimes you're looking for someone to share their lives with. And you really can't share your life with someone until you are comfortable with who you are. And even though we work on this higher mind stuff, the spiritual stuff, we work on it because sometimes we're not in the right place. We're looking to be the right kind of person, but we don't realize we are the right person. We have to stop ourselves, listen to ourselves, and appreciate the person we are. Oftentimes, you want to change yourself to fit the right scenario that we think we're supposed to be in. We want to fit the right mold that others have told us how to be the right person. And with that, might be time when we need to stop ourselves and think, wait, I might be the right person in my life. And look at your attributes, your abilities, your mindset, things that you appreciate about yourself or need to learn to appreciate about yourself. And sometimes it means looking at others that really annoy you. People that tend to really bug you tend to have attributes that you hide in yourself that you don't want to look at and that they show to you, whether it's them, their actions bringing up something in yourself and showing that person you don't want to be like that, or they're mirroring uh, something about yourself that you want to hide that you don't want to be like. Um, Perfect example. I've always spent my life because of my ability to remember a lot of things, details, trivia, information. I have the ability to remember and just see it in my mind as like a picture. They used to call it a photogenic memory. There's no such thing as a photogenic memory, but there is an idyllic memory where you take a copy of it, and copies are not perfect, but I had that ability to remember it. And through most of my life, I've been the know-it-all. It's just how it is. I've just known information, and I've always been fighting that ability where I know the information and I want to share it, but sometimes it's not the right time. And I always, fight myself with helping someone when they really don't want that help. And then I have people in my life, a supervisor who is really difficult to talk to because when you start talking, he starts telling you the information that before you can complete your statement. And really, he's giving you information that you don't need because he's such a know-it-all. He knows all the information that he thinks you need, but he's giving you information that's wasting time and he's talking over you. So that annoys me about some people, the people who don't listen. And I have tried all the time is try to listen to other people. But again, that attribute of myself, the know-it-all, the person happens to have all the information. And it kind of that boss of mine pushes that button on in me that makes me realize or makes me fight against my know-it-all tendency. That's just an example, my example. and I don't think anyone's going to be watching this. That's why I put it in the morning, so deep in the morning. I just want to do a few minutes testing StreamYard, playing with StreamYard, see what I can do with it. And there's a few positive affirmations. I figure I'd read them. If you've gotten this far, thank you. If you watch this video, you're going to receive all positivity in your life. It's just going to come to you, and you're going to be able to just absorb it into yourself. And wherever you go, positivity will come out of you and go into others around you. So you'll be able to replicate the positivity while taking any energy from yourself. All these favors and grace guide me. All these favors and grace guide my family. All these favor and grace guide the soul tribe. All these favors and grace assist us all, make us stronger mentally, physically, and spiritually, and make us more financially stable now. Favor and grace are with us wherever we go. Favor and grace heal our bodies as we speak favor and grace into our bodies. As we absorb favor and grace and peace and compassion into our bodies, we feel it, it fills us, and then it comes out. It comes 10 meters from, or 3 feet, it comes 3 feet outside our body, and we're able to share favor and grace and positivity with anyone who comes near us. Favor and grace sets apart me, my family, the soul tribe, our descendants, our ancestors, our animals, our grounds, our homes, as favored and graced with abundance of peace, love, compassion, and joy. Favor and grace are on our food, our water, in our pantries, and in our life force. Favor and grace walk with us as we come in and as we go out. Favor and grace cause every single one of our enemies, whether perceived or imagined, to be at peace with us. Favor and grace upon us, our barns, our storehouses, wherever we set our valuables to prosper and be in safety. Favor and grace upon everything we set our hands upon. Favor and grace are with us whatever we undertake. Everything we set our hands and minds to, favor and grace causes to prosper. Favor and grace are upon all our material property and causes it to last longer and work as new until a replacement that is better or more valuable comes into our possession. Favor and grace protects us, our offspring, our possessions. Favor and grace leads us to good fortune in all things. Favor and grace cause to be on top. Favor and grace cause to be the head. Favor and grace cause to be always be above of everything. Favor and grace gives us favor and grace with the elements. Favor and grace causes a favor and grace in the spiritual realm. Favor and grace causes grace and favor with everyone we meet. Everyone sees us with favor and grace. Everyone hears from us favor and grace. Everyone we meet feels favor and grace towards us, and we feel favor and grace to everyone in our lives. Favor and grace seeks us out and abides with us in everything we do. Knowledge, wisdom, discernment, love, compassion, luck, and joy are our constant companions, and we are sharing our companions with everyone around us. Our higher self seeks us out and guides us in all things positive. Prosperity seeks us out and abides with us at all times. All energies and entities that wish to do us harm do not prosper against us. They fail in all their attempts. No weapon of any kind shall harm us, our offspring, our families, our descendants, our ancestors, and never prosper against us. No curse or spell holds sway over us, our offspring, our families, our descendants, and our ancestors, nor prosperous against us in any way. For anything that would do us harm or harass us, it shall dissipate. I set a wall of protection around me and everyone who watches this and everyone in my life. The wall of protection covers our current, present, our past, and our future, and it will cover all our collective possessions. No ill thought, word, or deed holds sway or foothold, nor prosper against us in any way, nor prosper against our family, our friends, our pets, our possessions, or anyone watching this video. I do not consent, either knowingly or unknowingly, to any force, power, entities, or presumed authorities that try to harm me or mine or the soul tribe or against us in any way. Let my silence not be acquiescence to any known or unknown contracts that against us are at best interest, nor that of our entire family, past, present, future. I do not consent. Let my yeas be yeas, let my nays be nays, let my yeses be yeses, let my noes be noes. I, my family and soul tribe, have prospered and prospered. I, my family and soul tribe, have graced and favored. I waste no thought for yesterday or tomorrow. I live only for today. I see what is seen and hide nothing from myself. I see the unseen. I know what is hidden. The veil is lifted from my eyes. I allow those with my best interest in their hearts to come forth, and I see them and hear them with perfect clarity. We communicate perfectly at all times. I call upon all our guides and protectors to make themselves known to all those who are ready and willing to receive them. I connect to my higher self, and all the shattered, scattered pieces of me and everyone around me are made to be whole so that we may reach the higher consciousness together. I send enlightenment and wisdom into the veil of darkness to illuminate the unknown to those ready to receive and learn. I call upon all the shadows scattered selves to come together and make themselves whole, and so we may ascend this planet and go where we're meant to be. I send compassion, wholeness, peace, love, and joy to those ready to receive for all the timeless dimensions of all the known and unknown planes and all the earths. This has been all created in my own words, and you may absorb this as you see fit. Whatever you want is now yours. Whatever you don't want, it just dissipates and goes away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. I'm grateful and grateful for the abundance that cup runneth over, and I'm willing to share this bounty with everyone around me. Whoever watches this, whoever hears any part of this, you will receive all the full bounty that you need or want. We all lack nothing, for everything we want is possible. We have everything in our lives that we need. We just need to open our eyes, mind, and hearts to receive it. We all glow with the light of creation and vibrate with the frequency of prosperity, love, compassion, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's simple as that. The things that we want are available. We just have to state that we're open to them. We're open to receive. We're open to acknowledge them. We're open to work with them. So anyone's watching this in the future, please just comment on this, critique it, rip it apart. It's ridiculous. I know it's leaning because I just set it up and had some fun. I mean, this video in itself was just for me to play, and it's at night, so no one's going to be seeing it. But someone in the future might, because I'm going to let it be public. And I have a whole pile of affirmations. There's a lot of repetition, but that's just how I am sometimes. I tend to collect things and, rewrite them. Which is another thing, is that I've always been bothered by the Bible and by the original Bible was transcribed and translated by people. And unfortunately, it wasn't an exact copy. It was people taking their own aspects and trying to what they thought would make it clearer. And of course, my mind said, well, people are taking their own perspectives, and that's wrong. But in the whole scheme of things, sometimes you need different perspectives and different guidance. The information is still there. And yes, you have to filter out the garbage from the good, from the bad, and people's baggage is going to be laid on the page. We can copy things easily, but again, when you have the original transcript, you're going to have to, it's in an old language, it's going to have to be translated by someone else, and they again put their own perspective, what they think is right. So for every word you read, whatever aligns with you, you take upon yourself. It's fine. But whatever doesn't align with you, you can put it on the side and to work with it later, or even just get rid of it, But that's the funny thing about the spiritual lessons, is that you're never truly in alignment. You're never true awake. You're never true illuminated until after you die. But the spiritual journey is a constant process where you are enlightened on the enlightened path. You never truly complete the enlightenment. You're always on the enlightened path. And just because someone says something or does something in their spiritual practice is totally different than yours doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that their perspective and your perspective are not in alignment, but you can still accept that they have their beliefs. They have their spiritual path. And if they tell you your spiritual path is wrong, they insult you, if they tell you you're working with demons, you can listen to them and not absorb the word. You tell them by your actions that I accept you, I accept your opinion, but again, it's not for me. It's for you to release it. You let people release their garbage, their mud, but be like the duck. Let it all fall off you. A duck. The funny thing about ducks is I grew up on a farm with ducks, and ducks would just love water, and they go in a mud puddle and they just rub around and they swim and splash, splash in its dirty muck mud. But within a few minutes, once they leave, they're clean. White Peking ducks are always clean, no matter if they jump in a mud puddle or whatever. And that's just what you have to do. You have to accept what other people will throw their mud on you, but be like the Peking duck and just, I'm here. I'm accepting it. Just, it's great. It's great. I accept it. It's constructive criticism. I accept it. I'm listening to you. I accept what you have to say. But again, you don't have to say it, but you can think it and say, this is not for me. And I release you. I release myself, and we all go forward in our lives. And that's just how life is. You just have to keep plugging along and listening to what other people say without letting it affect you, and listen to other people's spiritual journey without judging them and telling them how they're off, how they're wrong. Because again, perspectives change. And you might be able to take the information today that you think is not quite right, put it aside, just look at it, examine it, study it, put it aside, keep it for later. Oh, hello, Joe Sapien. Wow, you're up late. I'm just goofing around with StreamYard, figuring it's not late enough that I won't be bothering too many people. I can read a few affirmations and they can look at it later, rush to the video if they want to see it, and then just talk. Because I know much about StreamYard, but I figure I could play with it because I know Robert. I can always invite people. I haven't been able to do that. I'll have to learn to invite people and have like interview shows, and I could have all kinds of fun. Plus in the future. And thank you, Joe Shapian. Thank you for stopping in. I just wanted to do a quick, short video just to say I did it. So I like to try to do like a Friday video, a Saturday video, and a Sunday video just to say I've done these and then keep my shorts. Okay. I think I've said enough. I don't really have a lot to say. Have been thinking, Wayne Steiger has been talking about shadow people the last few days, and I've been thinking a lot about that and about, Xbox party. That's interesting. Did you do it online, or do you have Xboxes in the same room and you play next to each other? It doesn't matter. It's just, I think it's good. People sometimes think that video games are a problem, but I just think they just don't understand, because we have to accept that things change, the world changes, technology changes, and the Xbox, the online video games allow us to interact and communicate with people all over the world. So computers are a way for us to join the world. It's not about to be afraid of things, because the funny thing is you got AI, everyone's afraid of AI, but they're also afraid of the sun, going supernova and knocking out all of our technology. Well, you can't have both. So always about the fear. I always think there's going to be always in the middle path. Well, AI will find its way to learn and says, okay, this is how to be treating people better. And then also the sun will be kind of silly and it'll knock a few electronics offline. But again, I think we'll always meet that balance that there's never going to be a real total apocalypse, never going to be a calamity. There's going to be a few minor things, but exactly. That's the thing is everyone wants to say, oh, the video games and they're so violent and blah, blah, blah. But again, it's all perspective because back in the day, Bugs Bunny and those cartoons were very violent, but the kids knew. And just because some kids don't, we need to take them and help them to understand what fantasy and reality is. And I mean, it can be done. It's just the society we have. We let people go too far. Um, I was reading an article saying that we do not have free will, and that a person who runs a stoplight and a person who drives drunk should be treated the same, because the person who ran the stoplight did not have free will. They were already set to run the free will. I mean, and run the stoplight. They just how we're programmed. And the person who drives drunk, it's how they're programmed. And that's the stupidest thing I could ever think of, because if we didn't have free will, I wouldn't have had the choice to actually have the video or not have the video. So it's I think the saying that we don't have free will is a cop out to say that everyone should be treated, oh, you poor thing. No, we all need to pay for our mistakes, whether it's a minor mistake, minor pay, a major mistake, major pay. So we can't keep forgiving things so quickly. We can forgive, but we can't forget. We can forgive something, but they still have to make retribution. And with the video games, kids can go and they can, like I watch videos where I don't play video games. I mostly watch online. I watch Twitch. I watch Twitch and YouTube where they play the video games of Grand Theft Auto 5, when they have that open sandbox and they do different things and they race cars and they beat each other up and they beat up pedestrians. It's all fun and games, but people say, "Oh, how violence! It's teaching people how to be violent and no retribution." Blah blah blah. No, it's just releasing stress. Yes, it's video games are just a form of releasing stress and anxiety. GTA. It's just in the problem is the adults, the boomers, even the Xers are judging the people who play video games from the point of because we don't want to understand it. And the problem is video games are reliefs. It's like watching movies, but you're more actively playing, That's a good point. Violent movies, horror movies. I can't watch horror movies. But I can watch GTA and 5 because it's cartoony. GTA is very cartoony. It's like watching a cartoon. It's violent, but again, it's we need to relax and let people vent. We need to allow it and stop judging. That's the thing. Is a lot of us versus them mentality when it should be us and them. So, I don't like video games, but I should go try to understand what their point of view is, rather than going, I don't like video games. People shouldn't play video games. They're too violent. That's silly. That's stupid. We don't want. This is not the world we need. The world we need is I don't understand. How can we meet a bridge? Not us versus them. Not your way or my way. Let's find a bridge. But those are my ideas. And again, I've gone off on a deep end. Now there's two people watching me. But I just wanted to play with the abilities of this program and see what I can do with it, which I really haven't done much with it. But maybe I could just practice. I should probably watch a video on StreamYard to figure out what are the options, and even pay for StreamYard. I have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know. That's my hobby is YouTube and reading affirmations to people and seeing what they react to them. And videotaping my spiders and my lizards. Oh, actually, they're all sleeping now. Oh, God. Whatever. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for coming. And thank you, second person. I don't know who you are, but you can have all the positivity and joy and love you need. Go off, be prosperous, be happy. You can watch this video and you can like it. You can watch this video and you can hate it. Doesn't matter. Just go on your life and go find it. What's next?